Hey yo guys, and welcome to another brand new video. This one's gonna be kind of a fun one because this is kind of more so in regards to the industry and talking about other information and revenue and also restocks, how it affects restocks, and basically a lot of information more so kind of even coming from Xbox that also pertains to the PlayStation 5. So a lot of this video is gonna be kind of more so talking about the actual restocking news, supply, production, etc, 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 and kind of some cool stuff as well. This also kind of ties in a little bit into when you guys will be able to go get consoles in the store, company expectations, like basically a lot of stuff. And hope you guys can let me know if you guys like these types of videos down below. I'm always a big fan of kind of analyzing industry news, talking about this stuff, and especially if it helps you guys have a better idea of when stock's available, etc. I'm all for it. Like, you guys know me, I love making all these restock videos or helping you guys get your consoles. That's why I tell you guys to subscribe or put notifications or whatever. But I also am a very big fan and love these analytical videos. If you guys saw my video maybe like 2 days ago on GameStop, we may even have another GameStop video tonight. I love talking about this stuff. So this is like my bread and butter and exactly what I like to do in the future once the PS5 stuff's all done. Plus also other videos too mixed on in. So as always, make sure you guys check on Amazon. We are overdue for an Amazon drop. We also have the Twitter and Twitch stream, especially the Twitter. Make sure you guys go follow down below. On top of that, if you guys want to, or just hang out in Twitch if you guys would like. And of course, Weeble, if you guys sign up for Weeble and deposit $100, you guys go get a bunch of free stock, put towards GameStop, AMC, or whatever's popping on off. And you also get free money if you sign it up. And same with Coinbase, you guys buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go get free stuff. Always linked down below. Leave a like if you guys like these types of videos and your comments and your thoughts down below too as well. So I'm going to go and kind of start off with the Microsoft stuff and kind of go and kind of lead into how that's going to pertain into the actual PlayStation. So let me kind of go build up the story here. So if you guys didn't go and see, yesterday, Tom Warren actually went and tweeted out saying Microsoft CFO Amy Hood says the company expects significant demand for the Xbox Series X and S consoles that will still be constrained by supply next fiscal year. I never know how to say it right. So why am I talking about Xbox for a PS5 video? More so talking about PS5 channel, whatever you guys want to call me. It kind of goes in hand on hand. So if you guys go and see this, because, you know, they're both also having production issues, they're having actual, like, supply chip issues, production chain issues, shipment issues, especially with the pandemic. Basically everything that happens with Xbox will also happen with Sony. Sony's also had quite a few different issues too as well, which we'll touch on for this. So one major significant thing we want to go and kind of touch on is that even the big higher-ups over on Xbox are assuming the demand's still going to be really high, which I would agree with, especially for the PS5 and also for the Xbox. But also, the biggest words to be on the lookout for this statement that Tom actually quoted was, will be constrained by supply. Now, I'm sure like many people have probably heard that Sony and Xbox are trying to go ramp up production, trying their best, turning PS4 factories into PS5 factories. All of these things are coming on out for them to try to make as much stock. And even the biggest not the biggest, but very, very higher ups over for Xbox are still saying there's going to be a lot of supply issues even into the next quarter. If you guys don't know, the next quarter is still quite a few months away if you kind of put in terms of the actual dates for it. So, oh my God. So why does that kind of relate to PlayStation? So as I mentioned, when it comes to this, Sony has similar issues. And I feel like maybe around 3 regards. Number 1, Sony actually has a lot more stock to come and fulfill. Without a doubt, if you guys even go and look through a lot of the comments in this actual same thread, just went and pulled on up here too as well, is a lot of people are basically going and saying, hey, I could have got an Xbox forever, but this PS5, man, kind of rough, boys, kind of rough. Even like some of the comments over here, need a PS5. It's so easy to go get an Xbox Series X, no demand even if it's sold on out. Easier to get than the PS5s, but not that much easier. Are you kidding me? It's so hard to get the PS5, etc, etc, etc. Like, a lot of people are more so focused on actually getting the actual PlayStation itself. So you guys can kind of go and tell that even if Xbox is going to be having a lot of production issues, leading to even the PlayStation, which is on higher demand, is selling more units. This is not like, you know, console war, just more in actual logistics. And on top of that, they have even more regions that are now slowly opening it up for other different stock. Think India, which is actually fully releasing in February, same with Thailand, and also how other regions such as Japan, China, etc. are all very low on stock and want and are demanding more. So if you guys are also seeing something like Xbox having and assuming there's going to be major supply shortage issues for all their brand new consoles, you guys can bet your sweet patootie that the PlayStation is going to be in the same exact boat, because especially with more people wanting the PlayStation, you guys can go and just assume. You guys can connect the dots. A good example even is for me, if I ever make an Xbox restocking video, I'd probably go get maybe around 2,000 to 3,000 viewers, and even for the PlayStation, I get quite a bit more, just in terms of pure overall searching and people looking for it. Even looking at the actual hashtag trends, the PlayStation is always actively quite a bit more. Now, as I mentioned, not a console war. I think both consoles are awesome, but there is definitely quite a bit of backing saying that the actual PS5 is a lot more in demand. So in terms of this, if major Xbox higher ups are assuming that Xbox is going to be in massive demand and basically in hardcore supply shortages, Sony is going to be in the same exact boat. And that leads into a lot of major issues. Number one, that we're going to constantly keep on having all these selling out and sold out issues. Even now, we are seeing people still buying mass amounts of all these consoles, reselling them for scalping, or just people instantly buying any stock they can because the actual demand is just that high compared to supply. Even looking at places like the Sony Direct, Target, Best Buy, Amazon, everything is still selling out within around 15 minutes or less. Even on Walmart was sold out within around 15 seconds. So if you guys go and factor in that demand with the fact that it's so hard for them to keep on actually producing all these consoles, it is getting harder and harder and harder. Now, granted, thankfully, as more people keep on getting the consoles, it'll make it easier and easier. But as people keep on ramping it up on actually knowing where to look, people are trying to go set up bots for it still. It basically opens up another wave of people trying to keep on getting the consoles because they're constantly out of stock, so the demand is always there. It's just a really hard actual balance to go and strike until they just flood the market with a lot more consoles. Now, why don't Xbox and Sony just go and do that? Why are they going to still be having issues 3 months from now, 5 months from now to actually have the stock itself? Which is actually very likely. If you guys even look at the Switch, when that was actually around the summer, the Switch was out of stock for around 4 months. And that's the Switch, when they already had people buying those for years, multiple different actual bundles. At that point, they even had like Animal Crossing bundles, different color bundles. They even had Fortnite bundles as well. So all of that, they've already had millions of people buy it. And it was still out of stock for months and months and months, let alone a brand new console, which even now still has not had many of the major releases yet that are scheduled up for this later rest of this year. So we also have a lot of major games like the Ratchet and Clanks, the God of Wars, the Horizon Zero Dawns, a lot of the exclusives, and that will probably drive up demand even more. Think about it this way. Right now, the console has Demon's Souls, sure, but that came out 3 months ago. Now imagine how hardcore the demand is going to be when a major game like a Ratchet and Clank comes out, or a brand new Horizon Zero Dawn. Like those major exclusives that everyone wants to play, the God of Wars. That's going to go and make everything skyrocket in terms of actual demand for all this stuff. It's going to be insane, even higher. Now, another major reason kind of why the production is going to be so hard as well is because Sony, even at the start of the life cycle, got delayed. So quite a few of these articles, some of these are a little bit older as well, but just going to go more so showing the proof of how it's so hard to produce all these things, as well how it intermixes with actual Xbox, where even they're still having chipset issues, graphics issues, graphic card issues, production issues, shipping issues, as I mentioned. And that's kind of why the whole purpose of the video and why it's also related to Sony is because they have the same exact issue as well. So kind of give you my more proof when I was talking about this. There has been multiple times in multiple different articles, especially at the very start of the actual PS5 life cycle, where they were having major issues where they had to cut down the estimated PlayStation production for the years, which was really bad at the start. This is more so on the launch of the consoles. So basically from this, they actually lost over 4 million units and basically lost 4 million expected units for them to actually go and actually have them come on out, which still I believe is a higher amount of Xbox or compared to Xboxes. But even then, if you factor in the demand on all these regions, America, Mexico, Canada, Europe, Australia, any Asian country, it's so low. And as you guys keep on seeing, that the demand keeps on instantaneously selling the stuff on out. As well, there's also major other issues when it comes, like I mentioned for that one, with the chipset issues, where they basically had to go and halt that and fix that and try to go and find out different means of production. On top of that, too, as well, the supply overall was really good. If you guys saw from the very first few weeks, where Sony actually distributed over 3.4 million PS5s, that is very, very good. Very, very good. But also, if you factor in, there's only going to be another 18 million this next upcoming year, aka 2021. Now, you guys may think that's a lot of numbers, but if you guys factor in the amount of actual consoles that the PS2, PS3, PS4, etc. have sold, aka the Sony brand, on top of the fact that we're still in a pandemic and there's many people that still want to have games to play, they want to connect with their friends, they want something new because they're bored. Once again, these issues are going to keep on building up into the actual supply in terms of how this is going to be out of stock for probably the next, I'd probably say at least 3 months, almost pretty consistently. Now, unless there's something major in terms of actual demand and actual supply being met, aka they making more and producing more consoles. But overall, all this put together is just really bad Factor in the amount of people that live in India. Factor amount of the people that live in Japan. Factor amount of the people that live in Canada, Mexico, Europe, UK, America, anywhere at all, Australia. The numbers are astronomically high in terms of the demand that Sony even still may even take a whole nother 6 months to even meet the hardcore demand, aka the people who want the consoles. And once again, let me reiterate, there's a lot of places out there that still do not have the consoles, which is fine. But whenever the brand new exclusives coming on, and you guys are seeing these awesome God of War gameplays, these awesome Ratchet and Clank games, all these brand new IPs coming out, then the demand goes up even higher because everyone's going to want to play them. They're going to want the consoles, and they want to actually have some fun and play some brand new games. So overall, does this mean that there's still going to be production issues for the next 3 months, 4 months, 5 months? Yes. I'm going to go and say with a yes, mainly because we already have the confirmation from Xbox where it leads into the, like, is basically where the original quote where it was literally having the CFO, Amy Hood, saying there's still going to be a lot of demand issues constrained by the supply, even until next quarter, which is going to be quite some time from now. Even once again with Sony, even if they can go and ramp up the production even more, they were still going to be constant out of stocks, out of supplies, and issues with bots and scalpers, especially if it's so hard to go and get. Once again, let me reiterate that even the Switch was out of stock for a very long time, and on even scalping prices, it took a very long time for them to kind of come on down, and a lot of them were selling for $500, $600. And at that point, that's for almost a 3-year-old console. Bear in mind. That is insanity. So I do think there's going to be a lot more production issues still bent on here. I think there's going to be issues until for the next probably 3 months for sure. I think all of us can probably agree on that. And it's absolutely insane on the amount of demand that Sony has to go and meet. Same with actual Microsoft themselves to go meet with these consumers that want these consoles. And I think for the next few weeks for sure, we're still going to be faced with a lot of places going out of stock instantly, the demand still being insane, and scalpers still being relevant. So that's kind of, I guess, my take, my thought, my ramble on all of this. You guys can let me know and get some of your thoughts as well. It may go and be able to go clean up a little bit more once the actual pandemic's a little bit more lifted and a little bit more chill in a few months, if that does actually happen. So it is one little, guess, like golden goose egg to be on the lookout for. But overall, I do think stock is going to keep on being hard. I think there's going to be a lot of issues in terms of stock, and I think that Sony and also Microsoft have to still keep on ramping up production to be able to go and fight with scalpers and also get supply where they need to go, whether it's on for a United States or any other country in general. So I guess overall, please give me your thoughts and speculations down below. I like making these types of more analytical videos and sharing my thoughts, so hopefully I presented it in a somewhat okay way. If you guys like these types of videos, for sure, let me know if you guys like them. As well, just thank you guys all. Hopefully I try to make my point clear, trying to go and put like one to one to kind of build into the information itself. If you guys like these types of videos and you guys are not subscribed, I'd love if you guys were to be subscribed or put on the notifications if you guys care about the restocking news in general. We'll definitely have quite a few restocking videos all throughout today. The Twitter and Twitch stream, link down below too as well. And on top of that too, we also have the Amazon link. Amazon is overdue for a restock, so check the link down below if you guys want to. You guys made it this far. If you guys also made it this far, please leave a like and subscribe. Or leave your comment down below for your thoughts. I always love to hear it. And of course, sign up for Webull. If you guys deposit $100, you guys go get a bunch of free stock. And of course, on top of that, Coinbase, you guys buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go get free Bitcoin as well. Although hopefully we'd all get our consoles before then, but when even the big higher ups are having issues and saying there's gonna be some stock issues, that's not good. So hopefully we'll get more soon. Hopefully guys will keep on getting lucky with drops. I hope you guys will all get them ASAP. That's what I'm here for. That's what my channel's for. And thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you guys later on for some more random news and fun stuff to go talk about. I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Hope you guys all have a good rest of your days. And thank you guys all for hanging out and chilling. Check out the Amazon video from earlier on today or the Target one from last night if you guys want some more stuff to go and watch. And I hope you guys all enjoy the rest of your days. And I'll see you guys later on for some more good old videos. Thank you guys all so much for watching.